Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. I'm here on East Groningen. This is a new mod map out by NorthEastModding, 245.63 megabytes download. This is a Dutch map based on 3 small villages. I'm not going to even try to pronounce their names because I'll get crucified in the comments. So I'm not going to. Anyway. Contracts are available on this map. There's quite an extensive list of required mods on here. They are listed in the description for the video. I'm not going to read them all out because there are quite a few. You'll see some of them as we go around the map. I'll talk about slot count now. We're going to get to main farm in a little while, but the slot count is the same on all 3 game modes. It's 1,222. There are a few farms around the map and plots that need to be bought for certain things to become available. Some things we do start with already. Speaking of which, if we go into actually this menu here and go down to production chains, there are 2 large greenhouses which are on the map already. We start with on all 3 game modes, and we've got potato storage and sorting shed and the new potato sorting shed. That's one of the required mods. That's the Seedpotato farm buildings by Dazed. Again, we'll get to that. Both of those. Actually, no, say that. The large greenhouses are on a plot you can't purchase, but the potato storage and sorting shed is on a plot you can purchase. But you do start with them on all 3 game modes automatically, which is rather handy. The map looks like this. On New Farmer, we start with the main farm. Say the main farm. It's where your machinery and equipment is. Field 146, 13 and 2. Field prices do vary. It's fairly pricey, I guess, generally for the size of fields. I mean, if we look at the fields, say like 59, 88 grand, 163, 198, I don't know. Field 94, 516. There's a little bit of forestry, if you want to do a bit of forestry over there. Now, we've got this plot here, which has got some a production chain. This is the main vehicle shop, but the vehicle shop, I've got that on my notes, is not showing here on the menu. So whilst this is the vehicle shop and the trigger is here, it's not actually showing as being the vehicle shop, but that's where it is. You can buy this plot if you want to cut the grass or add stuff onto it. Again, you absolutely can. The verges on the map, the periphery, 11 million, just over, if you want to buy them, 11,072,370, but it gives you the ability to either cut grass, put placeables, add stuff in if you wanted to do that. I will put some money in a little while as we go around. So there are a few placeable points on the map which have some sheds and stuff on them, but no animal pens or anything like that. Now, as far as the slot count goes, because there are a few farms around the map that you can buy, and there are a few placeables points around the map which have got some sheds on them already, I went round and tried to remove as much as I could just to see what would come off. Some buildings removed, some don't, some sheds did, some didn't. I got the slot count down to 857, but again, that all depends. If you're trying to get your slot count down really low, you can, but that's as low as I got it. You might be able to get it a little bit lower. Anyway, as I was saying, we are stood here in front of the store, the vehicle shop. The trigger for the vehicle shop is in here. However, I've been around the building a few times. I haven't found a workshop trigger, a repair point. Across the way, we have got a selection of jet washes. So if you need to come and jet wash your vehicles, you can. I went around the back of the building. I couldn't find a trigger. I've got my menu open, but nothing kind of came up. This is the reset point behind here as well, and your vehicles will spawn here. So when you buy stuff or reset them, this is where they'll appear from. What I'm going to do is put a pickup in so we can get around the map. There are 20 collectibles on here. I haven't come across any yet, but there are 20, it says in the details. I've been in through here as well. Haven't, like I say, I'm always a little bit, when you don't find the workshop trigger. I mean, there are plenty of workshop triggers you can get out of the mod hub and place yourself, and there are a couple of sheds and buildings around the map that if you buy the plot of land you get workshop trigger on them. I don't think there's one at the main farm, but anyway, I'm going to grab a pickup and we shall continue. Okay, pickup's in front of me. Now, mods put in by the map maker. If we go into our build mode, under sheds, there's all the required mods in here, but there are a couple. That large grain storage is by East Groningen or say by East Groningen, it's by NorthEastModding. That's in here, and then there's the required mods under sheds, and there's quite a few seed potato buildings and that kind of stuff. Under silos, we've got slurry storage, medium bunker silo, we've got a manure basin. There was nothing under extensions. Containers, we had a few. These are under the Farmsilo Package mod and the seed potato buildings mod sprayer store. Now, not all of this is on the map. Obviously, some of these, because they're part of a mod package, some of them on the map, some of them are just here under the build mode. Tools, we got a vehicle workshop. Now, I did wonder whether that was that there. But like I say, there's no hazard line on the ground. And off camera I bought this plot to see if a trigger would come up, and it didn't. And I did wonder whether I needed to open that container, but I couldn't get it to work. Under farmhouses, we've got old farm package, so we've got a few there. Then under production, these are part of the seed potato mod, which are in there already. We have got a grain mill, which is just north of us. And we've got bunker silo and new potato sorting shed in there. Under animals, we've got a couple of bits here and there. Under East Groningen, we've got that one, cow barn large, which will do 200. A couple under the Cowshed Pack. Horses, there's nothing. Pigs, we had a few. Pigsty mods. Sheep, we've got old farm package. Chickens, we've got the big chicken barn. That's the one that will do 5,000 chickens. Now, interestingly, I've been talking about that on my Let's Play I'm on at the moment. And it's exactly what I said is happening on here. Nothing under fences, lights or others, but under landscaping we've got quite a few painting textures, including these kind of blockwork paving ones, which are quite nice. And there was nothing additional under trees and plants. So let's jump in and pick up. And let's head around, shall we? So just north of us. Now this is a bit of a labyrinth. It's one of those maps. If you don't like fences, hedges or ditches, being that it's a Dutch map, low line, there's a big, what's the word called? Floodplain out across here. A lot of it's on peat bog and that kind of stuff. We've got a lot of water-filled ditches, waterways, that kind of stuff. If you're in the bridge building industry, this might be right up your street. Now we have got what I thought was like a recycling centre, and it is, for all intents and purposes, a recycling centre. But even if you buy the plot of land, no triggers come up for this. This is something I've noticed. I think the map will get an update. There's a few places where we've got this flickering on the ground. I don't know if you can see that. There's a couple of places as well where the texture has come out as like chrome almost, shiny chrome. Again, you'll see as we go around, but. So the modded grain mill that was showing in the under build mode is just here. As far as I could tell when I purchased it, it's a standard crops in, flour out, and as far as I could tell the speeds looked fairly normal, but it is a modded version of. Just there, that's your grain mill. There are a few points on the map as well where if you head north or south, or you get to a dead end, you'll get to a point where the road doesn't go any further. That's what I mean about being a bit of a labyrinth. I was trying to find routes across the map to do it as efficiently as possible, and I came unstuck a few times. So anyway, to our right, just here. Now these are sell points. Lime station for buy point just there. Sell point. Now this is animal dealer. Okay, animal dealer sell point. It's like a bale sell point, but stuff that your animals would use. You know, silage, grass, hay, straw, that kind of stuff. Now over here, each one of these bays is for something else. Now I thought these would be bay 1, 2, 3 and 4, but these are actually selling stations 4. Each one of those says selling station 4. But that one will take those crop types, that one will take those, and those. But the fact this says animal dealer, the interesting other thing on this map is there's no animal dealer. There's no livestock market on the map. Again, possibly if an update comes, there may be one added. You can buy your animals directly. Once you've got your animal pens, you can just buy them directly. You just won't be able to deliver them yourself, collect them and deliver them. You just have to buy them directly. I have had a look around, unless there's a plot somewhere where it's not showing on the map, but I kind of, off camera, what I tend to do take into account the verges of the map, which is expensive anyway. You look for plots that aren't fields, and then look for bits that you haven't purchased already. And a few I purchased off screen and didn't get another trigger to come up, so it's just something to be aware of. Right hand side we got our dairy, just there. Come out around the roundabout, make sure I go the right way. There's a little bit of flickering. Is it round here? I'm trying to think where else I saw it. Gas station, just there. Then I'm going to go round this roundabout. I will, as I always do, show you where we are on the map and where we've been. It says, just noticed something. Oh no, that's on the verges. Just saw it building towards the back and suddenly thought, hang on a minute. There's nothing showing on the map as being a trigger up here. Doesn't hurt to come and check though. No, there's a few bits like this. No, it doesn't open. And I mean, you can buy this plot, but because it's part of the verges, unless you've got 11 million to spend at the start of the game, it's a little bit tricky. Anyway, next plot we're going to come to. I was saying about the big chicken barns. There are 4 of them here. That's potentially 20,000 chickens. That's nuts. Now I said there's a few of these plots where the building's already here and the triggers are already available, but you don't own the land yet. If you want to sell the buildings, you need to buy the land. So, big chicken barns, feed point is just there, open the doors up, pallets will spawn there, dialogue box inside, 4 of, then we've got 2 sheep pastures, each one will hold 15, one there and one there. Just go open that gate because that takes a little while to open. So we've come from here down to this roundabout, gas station to that roundabout, go across here and went out at this point here. So that plot there will set you back 142,200 if you want to buy the plot. But like I say, the triggers and stuff are already here. That's if you want to add to it. Actually, I'm going to try and delete one. I'm pretty sure it won't let me. It will. Okay, that's curious because I don't own the land, but technically it's saying that I own those, and if I wanted to sell them, I always thought you'd have to buy the land to be able to sell them. Okay, well, there's a bit of extra money there then. Bonus, if you want to sell a couple of those, you absolutely can. Curious, right, continuing on. To our left we've got one of those placeables points I said about. You can buy that little plot of land. There is a shed there and there's a workshop trigger just inside that building there if you want to buy that. The main start farm that we start with on Reffarmer is just up here on our right. You don't start with a silo on any of the farms actually a storage silo for your crops or anything like that. There's no sleep trigger at this farm, at the start farm, but your start equipment is in here and around the back here. 3 side clamps, and we've got potential for 140 cows here at our main start farm. Start equipment, we've got the little bureau, we've got a massey, grass equipment, which if you're doing mostly cow stuff, we've got a seeder, windrower and a little chafer. Then we've got our forage wagon, feed mixer and John Deere tractor just over here. Like I say, no silo or anything like that, and no sleep trigger here at the main farm, which is curious. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some money in because we're going to need it as we go around, because we've got some other plots we're going to need to buy. From here then, we'll hop in. I'll try and remember the route. took. Or I'll end up in a ditch somewhere. So, head down here, then we're going to take a left. So we're heading east across the map. We've got another one of those placeables areas coming up on our right hand side. Again, you can purchase it, and you've got a couple of sheds on there. There's no livestock pens or anything like that on this one. There's no sleep trigger, but there are a couple of sheds. So this plot here you can buy. Like I said, you can add sleep triggers in and stuff, of course you can. We head south down here. And then it's here. Colour palette's really good, lighting's nice. The water looks very murky, very peaty, as you can see. It's got that look to it. We come to this point just here. So, another placeables point. Here. Now I did wonder, because I went around a few and there were quite a few places like this, and I kept thinking, that's weird, maybe I'm missing one of the required mods, but when you try and start the game, it will tell you you're missing a required mod. Do you want to install it, or do you want to select it? So this plot here, where we are now, so we came down there, across there, past that plot, there. We're now at this plot here, 169. If I buy that one, do that, this then comes up at the front as a sleep trigger. Little farmhouse here, placeables area. So you don't get a sleep trigger at your main farm, but there is one available here. Like I said, there are plenty available in the mod hub, so there's holdalls and benches and fold up chairs and all sorts of stuff. Little tents. From here then, on to the roundabout. I'm just checking, trying to remember. Yeah, right, round here. Down to the next junction, and then go left here. To this farm. So, this building here is the grain storage one. Light points in each one. It's not a silo per se, but you can put stuff down on the ground. And then these two buildings are part of the Seedpotato farm buildings pack. So you've got the old shed and the new sheds. The potato sorting. I can't remember where the doors were. I think they were around the side. There you go. So that's part of the sorter there. So these got the refrigerated units, the storage sections. Why is that not opening? Oh, there we go. So storage in there, and then we've got our potato sorter, electricity point just there. So that's one of the sorters. There's no, if we come over to it, it says start filler. And then reset filler. So when you've got, this mod requires bags and pallets and all sorts of stuff. This is not a mod review, so this is quite a complicated mod. But potato sorting. If we come back to here, when I said about production chains we start with, there's two greenhouses and the potato storage and sorting shed. So you'll see there potato sorting. That just sorts out into the separate ones. Normal potatoes, premium potatoes, seed potatoes, and then waste are the separate ones it will sort them out into. And then you've got the new potato sorting shed, but the old one just does the sorting. The new one requires bags and requires pallets, which are available as part of the mod. You can get them in the resources, and this will separate out as well when it does the sorting. Is it this one? Yeah, we get stones as well and all sorts come out of it. So yeah, this one here, it's got the other potato sorter in it, just here, which I think I used on the Western Wilds, this one. So you can manage your production on that one here. So this is your potato sorting, seed potato production buildings here at this farm. Now I'm going to try this again because I'm curious. Yeah, I can sell both of those buildings straight off the bat. So whilst we do start with them all three game modes, I don't own the land yet. We can buy the land as well. We're down here at the moment. That plot will cost you 69,000. So now we own the plot as well as the buildings on it. So that's potato sorting farm. Actually, can I go south out here? I think I can. So I'm going to hit a dead end. This one. Oh yes, right, it was what I wanted. I'm going to hit a ditch. Nope, there is a road, that's alright. So from here down to this road brings us down to this plot just here, which is a biogas plant. So we've come straight at the bottom of there, across here, we're at this plot here, 176. We buy that for 50,159. Trigger comes up. There you go, fairly standard biogas plant. Just here. Let me check my map. Normally I can remember my route pretty well, but I'm freaking out. Yeah, back out on the north right. Now, apologies if I get to the end and I've missed a farm. It does say on the description many cow farms. I have found some. Whether it would constitute many, I think so, but I may have missed one. I tried to avoid it where possible. But... So we're going to turn right here. On our left, coming up, we've got supermarket sell point. The actual sell point trigger is around the back of the building. So that's supermarket. Carrying on from here. Woodland behind these houses if you want to do a bit of forestry. Coming up on our left we have got horses. Mind the curb here, it's quite severe. So horse stable, this will hold 14 horses. Again, we've got the option to use it already, so we came from there directly up across the roundabout past the supermarket. We've now headed out here. Like I said, that's forestry. This is all part of the verges, so you can't do anything with that, but we're here at 182, 164,760 if you want to buy the plot. So if you want to add to it or do whatever you want to do, you can. I do like these little bits here. Nice little details. It's a little thing, but I like it. So 14 horses in here if you wish. Now route. Let's go up and over, I think, or under first then up and over, something like that. Yes, under first. Gas station just through here, over there. We're going to turn left up onto this raised road. Is it across here? Yeah, it was across here. The two textures, they're just, look, shiny, they're very chromed. I thought it was water to start off with, but I think it's just the texture's not quite right. Just there. If we come down off of here, so we're in this kind of floodplain area now, I guess. To our left, and then to our right as we come round past it, we've got this. This is a slurry storage tank. So underneath, gas station was there, up across and here. Now this tiny little bit there, you can buy that little plot there. There you go. Trigger comes up. Slurry storage, 3 layers. That's just there. Now we've got to drive around a little bit. I always find this with the Dutch maps, especially the bigger open ones like this, and we've had a few where, was it Dutch Colony, Dutch Island, I'm trying to think now. They always seem very, very big because of the ditches and that kind of stuff, so there are only certain routes you can go, and it does make you drive a fair way. So, over here. to another cow farm just here. This one does have cows in it already. I'll put in stop just there. So from there, round and up, over the top, back down, we are now here. At plot 167, 58,830. There we go. Triggers come up. To our right, another one of those slurry storage. We got a 10,000 litre fuel tank, which is empty, but you can fill it. Shed space, a couple of silage clamps, and then we've got in here 80. I think it's 80 out of 200. So this is the modded cow barn. 80 out of 200 cows we've got here now. This is the milk point, I think. The slurry point's the other end, but the trigger is kind of into the building, and that van's in the way. So I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to access that. But there you go, another cow farm. Are we at many yet? I'm not sure yet. Heading westward again, back towards the middle of the map. You can go north, but the all these ditches and dikes and stuff, and you can't get through. So I've had to, yeah. I think there's only one crossing point. This runs right the way across here. And from here, if you stayed north of there, you can go up the side there, but there's no crossing point there. So you have to come across the bottom there and cross. I'd say there's one crossing point. I mean, from here, there are a couple of bridges there. But from this point, you need to come to here to be able to cross over, which is where we're heading right now. Up and over. I suppose that would constitute a canal, really. I mean, it's a raised, I suppose it's a dike, isn't it? But down the other side. A little bit clunky in places. I know it's one of those obvious things you can't, you know, it's there. It's quite sharp and steep in places. Then we come to this plot just here. So, just across the bridge here, we're at here. 165. Buy that for just over 90,000. Shed space. Cow barn. 70 cows. One of these had, is it in the back of this one? Had a seed and mineral, I think it's this one. Silage clamp just there. Oh yeah, here it is. There you go. Under that Farmsilo Pack, so we can do seed or mineral fertiliser, 27,300 litres in there and the back of this building. What's that, 3 cow farms now or 4? Is that 3? That's got to be many, hasn't it? Our start farm, one over there, this one here. Yeah, probably. I do like the fact we've got the little calf igloos, and they have got some calves in them. Cover the traffic. Right up to the northern part of the map now. On our left hand side there's another one of those placeables areas you can purchase that's got some sheds on it. And on our right, we've got another gas station. And then just past the gas station there's another supermarket tucked around the back there. Back out, and down. And we'll bang a right and we'll continue west. Just here. What I did notice is these little bits here. And again, I did wonder if there was supposed to be something there. So from there up to the north, gas station, supermarket. So these little plots here, look. I don't know what plot I bought, which one I bought that bought all these little ones. There's all these little plots. There's no triggers have come up on them. There's another one here as well. Sort of entrances to fields. There's another one there as well. It gives you, I don't know, the ability to put a silo down or something. But there's a few of them knocking around the map. So come up on our left, we've got the greenhouses. That's the production chains that we start with on all, I think it's all 3 gammas. Now we start with them and we own them, a bit like the rest of the buildings, which is, you know, it's normally you've got to buy the land then you own them, or even if they're on the land you've got to buy them. But we start with them, we own them, we can manage them straight off the bat. Look, we've got the option to do whatever we want with them. But this plot of land we can't purchase. There's a water point here because this is on the verges. If we go back to the map, I will show you where we are. So we're here at these two greenhouses. Click on that to buy it. That plot where these are is on the main bit, the 11 million bit. So we do own them. I don't see any reason at all why we can't use them. Put water in them and run our crops through them. That's not a problem at all. We just can't buy the plot of land. So from here we're going to head, let me think, out there, down. There was a plot here which I bought just to check. That is just a placeable plot. No triggers came up from there. So we're going to head out. And we should be going to the last of the farms, which is a pig farm. And it's going to sound really ridiculous, but this little pig farm here made me feel very sad. You'll see when we get there. Got to find the route through. I think that was a dead end that way. I think we're through here, down here and across this little bridge. Oh, that was close. So I thought, actually go down here now. Just in here. So, pig farm. We'll buy the plot. Best thing, buying the plot gives us another sleep trigger just here. So we just stop there. Turn the engine off. So, we came down from there. Hang on, where did we go? We went across from there, down here, through this little bit, and we're now here. So, this plot here, 164, 76,000. Let's buy it. There we go. So sleep trigger comes up, a little farmhouse here, and we've got 4 pig barns, pig pens here. We've got storage shelter off to the side, or storage shelter shed, however you refer to it. Those 3 at the back, each one 250, so 750. Quick maths. This one, I know it's ridiculous. This will hold 100. It's got 1 pig in it, all on its own. 1 out of 100. Look. So, why would you do that? You wouldn't even give it a friend. Just put 2 in there. Yeah, 1 solitary pig, all on its own. Then up the back here, 1, 2, 3, 250 each, and then we've got a slurry basin just over here. And that's the map. From there, if we carry back along the road there, we can come back around and down, but that brings us back round to the vehicle store that was there. And like I say, as far as I can tell, I've picked off all the little bits where I think there are farms and bits. All the rest of it's under the verges. But there you go. That's East Groningen by NorthEastModding. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.